Well, welcome back to Mr. Obsolete's Vintage Homesteading. This video is going to be the second video on storm damage. Our prior video showed the top 39 feet blew out of our dead tree. The second storm took this one out. It's a foot on the butt. It's 61 foot tall. Well, what we're going to be using today, these are some safety glasses I inherited from an old machinist buddy of mine, and they have the side plate on them here, which is really nice. When you put them on, you have protection on your side here, and it fits close to your face. And since we're going to be walking around through the brush, there's all these little eye pokers and shards sticking out to get you. So anyway, the other thing we'll be using today is my little Evansville boy's axe or small forest axe. This thing is really superb, holds a great edge and stuff. It's been in a lot of our other videos. This is the only small axe I have like that. But if you don't have a vintage axe like this and you need to buy a new one, don't buy a cheap one. They won't cut like these. So the Husqvarna is probably good for the money. Something like this would be 80 to 100 bucks. And if you feel real rich, you buy a Grand Force Brooks, which is the best you can buy. It's probably about $120 to $150, but they're both lifetime tools, so it's worth it. Anyway, we'll get ready to branch. We'll be back in a few. Okay, well, we're ready to start taking the branches out here. So it's laying on a bunch of branches here that I'll have to cut out, but what I'm going to do is clean this back a ways, and then I'll be able to cut the top out of it. But you want to hit these, like I say, at a 45-degree angle. And nice and clean that cuts through there. These branches, we're going to save them for another video. I'll talk more about that later. Just to show that you use everything you have. Now, if this was a crummy modern axe for a cheapo one, it definitely won't slice through this wood like this one does. So anyway, we'll be back here as we move down the tree a little bit. We're going to come back and cut the top out of it here in a bit. Okay, well, kind of in the midsection here and get some bigger branches. So we'll take these out. If you have a little shards like this sticking out, just use the back of the axe here. Just to break them off. That way you won't have any sharp things stabbing you. Should just take one chop with this at a 45, just like that. This is really nice to use an axe. Chainsaw, you get all the weight and the noise and stuff. It's good exercise being out in the woods here. Like that. Amazing how brittle this tree is. We've had lots and lots of moisture. We'll go over when we get to the lower part of the tree and I'll show you some of the roots, the way this tree came down. So finish off a couple more cuts here. Like that. Back in a few. That's why you wear a hat and eye protection. Anyway, this will make some real nice firewood. Well, we'll see at the root here in a minute. Well, here we are at the bottom of the tree. And you can see the dirt here is nice and moist, but the root is dry and rotten. I'll cut off a piece here and show you. I'm going to be using my Corona saw here. I don't have any vintage ones, but this It's a really good product. It's relatively inexpensive and been really a game changer. You can see the main part of it's solid and stuff, but this other stuff is really punky and soft, rotten. That's why the tree blew down. So I don't know what causes it out here where we're at, but other places on our property we have root rot a lot. So anyway, we'll be back when we got some more footage. Well, Mr. Obsolete here. Well, we're back. Got the tree all branched here, and I've notched it into lengths. I found a nice piece of junk wood here, so when this drops it'll sit on top of it so I can cut it off. But over here you can see that it fell on this bush here and stuff, and the branches are under tension, so I'll get in behind those and cut those off so this will drop down. And we have the same problem over here to a lesser degree, but there's a lot of tension on those. And these things are really nasty. They're really springy and whack you really easily, and then we'll come back and start cutting the tree up. So be back. Okay, well, I'm back here to cut these branches here. What I'm going to do is do a minor undercut on each one, and then I'll come and cut it on the top. That they will snap off instead of whip. So I'll get the eyes and ears on here, and the saw's warmed up, and start cutting. Well, you can see the tension, you can really whip. So it looks like I got one little one over here to do, and that's it. Be back in a minute. Okay, well, we're ready to cut. Since this is suspended along here, we'll cut from the bottom up. We're going to be using our little partner S55 today again. This is such a great little saw for doing small work. Get ready to cut here. See, that was a nice easy cut. Drop down right on top of my dead piece of wood there, so I can cut this piece off now. So I'll come over here. Okay, well, we're going to come over and cut these branches that are under tension here. cut it back here. Okay, well, we'll get these moved out of the way and come back and cut some more here. Okay, well, we got the log tongs on the top piece here. We're going to pull this off the brush here. Like that. Now I'm going to cut the log right here. Most of the cut I'll do from the bottom, and I'll finish it to the top. Get the saw, be right back. Okay, I'm going to cut this off here, but I got some branches here that I need to take the tension out of them, so I'll cut those first and then come back and cut this. Well, I'll come over here and cut the stump off next. Okay, well, we're going to cut this off the stump. So we're going to be careful if it starts to come up too quick. Got to make sure it doesn't flip the saw up. So see what happens here. We've got it cleared out underneath here so the tip won't hit. Well, that went well. Only kicked up about a 1/4 inch. It's perfect. Anyway, well, we'll cut the tree up and be back when we're ready to put it in the tractor and haul it off. Well, the tree's all cut up, so we use our handy tongs here to set it and pull them, lift them. Nice and warm out today. My trailer's full of ice. About 38 degrees right now. Okay, well, I'll finish loading them up and be back at it for a bit. Okay, well, we took the last piece, which was the largest piece, and cut it in half. The reason for that, I'm tail heavy here, so I want to put these up in the front to kind of balance it out. And you notice here I've got a flag. If it had lumber or something in your truck, it'd be red, but then this is a natural here. This is to keep the squirrels and the deer at bay. Okay, well, we get loaded up and ready to head out here. Well, here's another exciting Wood Miser video. So remember, vintage is best, and we'll see you on the next video.